This is my presentation of my written work on the test of the empire. So the first question is, explain some of the basics that makes up the UK. And the UK is made up of two different islands. First we have the bigger island, that can where Britain, Scotland and Wales are, and then we have the small island where we have Northern Ireland and Ireland. The UK was once called the British Empire. The reason behind the title being that the Brits from 1497 to 1997 had lots of different colonies reaching around the world. These colonies reaching from the Americas to Australia to Asia. In this period, the empire was top of the power chain, and the reason for the colonies was not only limited to the resources, but also that they were believing they were helping the colonies in the way that they, in their own eyes, were helping the less fortunate. But today we know that realistically this was very different. Over the years, the British Empire began to lose their power from the point of losing the American colony, and never really gained the glory they once had back from that point. And to finally, in 1997, losing/selling their last colony, Hong Kong, to China. And therefore we have the UK that we see today. Then the next question was, explain shooting an elephant and explain why that Orwell disliked the empire. And shooting an elephant is a story about a British officer in India who was pressured by a rampant elephant. Rampant elephant by the mob of natives behind him. In the story, the elephant represents the empire and how it's slowly dying. The 3 bullets that the elephant shot with represent 3 big crises that the empire faces at the end. And these 3 being the First World War, the Depression, the Second World War, and finally the Second World War that killed it. This fits with Orwell's view of the empire and how he disliked it, and how that in Orwell's era the empire was slowly starting to lose their power. And then we have the last one, where we have to explain a salad bowl and a melting pot, and how we see the two concepts in text 8. And a salad bowl is where different cultures are cohabitating in harmony. However, this cultural diversity is not always easy to manage, and in some cases leads to devastating disasters. And a melting pot means that the different cultures are assimilated into the existing community. And the problem with this being that people have to abandon traditions, and they're not being a cultural diversity. And we see these two concepts in America and in the UK. And in America we see it. In America, people are integrated into society, and in the UK, cultural diversity is celebrated across and people from across the world have their own cultures and traditions.